Hey, welcome to my very first video radio show. Basically, I just wanted to run down. This is very much a trial, see how things work, and just to get something out there and kind of explain my idea and what I hope to do. So I kind of want to run this. My ideal situation would be like run this like a radio show, half hour to an hour. You know, big thoughts here. Have actually viewers. Maybe not call in. That'd be cool if I could actually do that, or chat in, or do a private chat message with people. But I think that's further down the line because I have no viewers and I probably won't for a long time. So this is just for fun. Episode 1, very, very poor production value. For every viewer, I'm going to add, some kind of extra. So, even if I get one, that's a new bonus. So my idea is, just run down some, like, what's in the news. Not going to be political, mostly nerdy, game, movie, TV related stuff. And some wild card stuff, whatever I'm feeling. So, yeah. So, like I said, it'll probably start for a half hour. That's what I want to do. This one might be a little bit shorter just because I don't have a ton prepared. I just wanted to get something out there to start. I hope to do this once a week, and if people start watching, obviously we'll do it, more than that. But just with my life and how much I got going on, I could probably do once a week unless people are actually watching. And it's more than if it becomes more than just doing it for myself, which I totally don't mind. So if you do check this out, I really appreciate it. I will be uploading the stream to YouTube in full. Hopefully, I don't have any issues with that. But yeah, so if you're checking this out, I really appreciate it. And, I'll have my eye on chat throughout this. But like I said, I don't expect anyone to come. Twitch is very foreign to me. So let me just run down a little bit about myself so you get to know me a little bit. 32 years old, which is absolutely scary. I don't want to get into that. Total crisis mode about my age recently, so we don't need to get in that seriousness. Right now I'm living in North Carolina, Raleigh. It's my day job. I'm a leasing manager, so I'm renting apartments all day. It's pretty soul crushing. All day long I'm getting blamed for doing this, doing that. I just trying to help people, but they just see me as their enemy. So, radio host. That's what I want to be. Anyways, that's a long shot. As for what my likes are, Marvel, shows, TV, comics, I've been very distant with my comic reading for a long time, so I won't be getting too into comics unless there's, something changes. I'm into it. Some anime. Okay, so let's revert back. Let's rewind back. So, for a lot of things, I like to think of myself as a jack of all trades kind of guy. I'm not like, there's very few things I'm like, I know everything about, but I know a little bit about a lot of things. So let's run down like the different topics. Movies. I'm always checking out decent movies. Rom-coms are like a no. A little bit behind in what I want to watch. So what's on my docket about movies is like The Harder We Fall on Netflix. Hopefully get through that this week. Fall Guy, Free Guy, whatever it's called. I need to catch. I heard it's not the best, but I do want to check that out so I can give you some of my opinions on that. Other than that, no. Spider-Man's coming out. I'll be there that Thursday, so how exciting is that? Hopefully, that following week I'll give you my impressions on it. I'll try to be as spoiler-free as possible, but I am so freaking hype. Spider-Man, by far my favorite hero, so I'm excited about that. Throw down on TV. I'm off work this week just because, just taking a vacation. I'm not going anywhere, so that's real fun. But so I'm catching up a lot of stuff. TV, I'm still behind. I just watched the second part of He-Man Revelations. I actually been enjoying it, but I didn't know it was such a mixed response online. Obviously, the animation's pretty good. I don't know if it's the people that have like a real connection with the old series that don't like it because it's a little more violent, a little more crude. I know it's Kevin Smith working on it. He's very I wouldn't say controversial all the time, but people have mixed opinions on him because he, does what he wants, and if you don't like it, too bad. And I don't like all this stuff. I'm not a giant fanboy of it, but I think this show's fairly decent. I really don't. I mean, I'm too young to really have like a connection with the '80s show. The one that had like the early 2000s. I don't remember even watching that. So, I mean, He-Man seems cool. So I enjoyed it. What's on the docket? What else did I watch? F is Family. I don't know why I watched that show. It annoys me, but I want to watch every season. Same thing with Big Mo. They're both on the same lines of like, but then I'll watch every season that comes out. So I blasted through those pretty quickly. I mean, if you've seen any of those seasons, it's just more of what you expect. So nothing too crazy there. Some other things I'm going to try to get through this week. Arcane. I've heard everyone loves that show, so I got to see what it's about. I haven't played League of Legends in years and years and years, but I don't think it's necessary because there's no story. I mean, yeah, you could look up their biographies and stuff, but Riot's just been pooping out all kinds of content, but I guess most of it's pretty decent, so. Arcane, gotta watch that. I've seen the first episode. The animation, excellent, so. I mean, the first episode is nothing that blew my mind. It was good. It's just, it's like, I'm intrigued. So, I got that. I haven't even watched the last season of Castlevania, and that is one of my favorite anime shows in the past, while. Actually, it's hard to say because there's been a lot of good animation shows, so that's definitely a topic we can get on today. So, Castlevania, and that's all I can think of right now. I mean, there's a new season of Lost in Space. I haven't even seen season 2 of that, so I'll see if I can get to it. That might not be this week, but we'll get to it. Games. Boom. Another thing, too many games came out at once. I was juggling Monkey Ball. Okay, let's go. What are my games' interests? So, I play a lot of Switch. Nintendo is my jam. I do have a PS5, so I play some of those exclusives. So, not huge in the shooters. I will play some that are more single-player based. So, what am I playing right now is Shin Megami 5. I never played any of those. No Personas. So, this is all new to me. Starting off, first couple hours, it was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this, but now that I'm starting to figure out the systems and the fusions and the essence of whatever, I'm actually enjoying it quite a bit. So it's just a little bit long, and it's hard when you're an adult and have all these full-time things to play an 80-hour game. It takes you a long time, but I will get through that. It'll take some time. It's not that I don't like it that long, but it prevents me from playing other things because I'm very much of a person that likes to experience more than just have one game that I completely obsess over. I like to experience all the good stuff that's come out. So we'll see. And then and then I've been playing Deathloop. It's another one of those. When I first started, I couldn't stand it. I was like, how are these games getting perfect scores? Everyone's jizzing over it, and I'm just like, ooh, I don't know. Maybe it's just not my style. But now that I'm getting into it a little bit more, I'm actually really enjoying it. So I started that after I got my COVID booster, so I was feeling like crap. So I just think I was just not in the mood to play. So I've been playing the last few hours. That's why I started late, because I was getting into it. So I'm really bad. So I hope that doesn't prevent me from beating it. So because there's no real difficulties, I don't think. Settings to change it on, but we'll see. What else? Yeah, those are two I've been playing. A little bit of Mario Party, but it's just myself playing, so it's not too fun. I'm gonna try to, maybe once a week try to play an online game. If anyone does see this and they want to play with me, just hit me up. We'll start a game. Absolutely, we'll set up a time. Yeah, and what else? Quick overviews. I mean, I know Monster Hunter or Monster Rancher 1 and 2 come out on the Switch tomorrow. Man, I have some stories with that game, so we'll get into that. We'll just go to the game section. That's how we're gonna do this. We'll go boom, movies. We'll talk about it. With TV, we'll just go down the list and we'll just give it, 6 to 10 minutes about each topic. But anyways, like I said, Nintendo guy, RPG guy, platformer, adventure games are absolutely my style. Some shooters, if it's a good story and like unique. No Call of Duty, anything like that. If any kind of competitive shooters, some arena shooter games. I mean, I wish I could play Halo. Been playing split ball, but kind of gave up on that. So, anyways, that's enough of that. You'll learn as I go. What else do we got? I mean, cooking. We could always talk about cooking. We'll add that into it if you can. I enjoy that a lot. I enjoy exercising. I wish I had a better diet because I do exercise enough. I just don't have the diet to lose that little belly fat. So totally different. We might talk about that. Who knows? What we got? Movies, games. So anime. I love One Piece, and I'm like super super into One Piece. I have been for a long time. But other than that, I don't really follow anime so much. I'll watch My Hero, Academia, Dragon Ball growing up. But so if you're looking for anime stuff, it's gonna be, I'll give my opinions on it, but I just don't really know a lot, so I'm not very versed on that. Yeah. Anything else? You're always welcome to send me a comment, send me an email, send me a message. Definitely, go over more of it. But we're about like 10 minutes in, and there's a lot of... I'm having fun. I mean, no one's here, but, I mean, we're, 10, 12 minutes into it. I don't know exactly when I started. I should have probably noted that. Let's just go down to some of the hot news, some of the topics I want to bring up. One is I need a haircut, so I'm getting one tomorrow, so next week I will look a little different than this. So, what's up now? Oh, another thing I'm into is improv. I've been getting back into that, so it's quite funny because when I tell people that, especially like on dating sites, what are you into? I'm like, oh, yeah, I like improv. And they're like, oh, you must be funny. I'm like, well, I said I do it. I didn't say I was good at it. Anyways, movies. Not much I want to bring up on this. Not much news per se. That is of note. Oh, except for one giant thing that dropped the other day. Pretty unexpected, or at least for me, was Spider-Verse animated sequel, Part 1. When I first thought, I was like, oh, Part 1 of the teasers. But no, the movie's Part 1. It's going to be like a multi-part movie series. And it looks so good. I don't know how it looks better than the first one, like so much better. And it's like 2 minutes of nothing, really. There's like one cool fight scene that's like 10 seconds long, and it's like, I cannot wait. That first one is spectacular. Across the multiverse. Oh, but it killed my heart when they said it's like it's like October 22. It's like, why are you teasing us already, man? I thought it was earlier than that. We got Spider-Man a week from tomorrow. Like midnight showings that are, I'm going at like a 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock showing, which, just a diversion. I'm going a little rant on that. Because, like, midnight showings used to be, I wouldn't say hardcore, but it used to be a little more, it's the people that took it a little bit more serious, now it's a lot more casual and a lot more mainstream because it's 7 o'clock the night before. It kind of defeats the purpose. So I've kind of missed that, going to see a movie at midnight the night before, But what can I say? It's not that big a deal. At least we get to go to the movies again, which I love to do, and it's going to the theaters is one of my favorite things to do. So I'm excited for that. But other than that, like I said, I have some movies I plan to see this week. And I'll give you my opinion and just a quick review on them next time. Kind of went over the TV stuff. Not much to go off of that. So like, if you got any suggestions, I'll just add them to the list. But we'll skip that. There's not much to talk about. Games. There's quite a bit of news to talk about. So we have the Game Awards tomorrow. I am not that fan of the show. I don't really care about like the Academy or whatever group gives these awards. I mean, Games are very. It should be much about the fans, unless it's kind of lost that it's very much corporatized now. So game of the year, blah blah blah, whatever. It's like it should be the fans voting, and not like the Academy or whatever these journalists are giving. So I mean, not saying they're wrong, or I don't agree with all of them, but it's less of like this Wild West freedom these games used to have for like the short period of time. So it's a lot more like white bread and standardized, if that makes any sense. But the reveals are cool. Let's be honest, that's why we're watching them. Let's, if I have some, not prediction, sorry, couldn't think of the word. I mean, I haven't looked up too much of the rumors. I mean, like, especially, like, there's supposed to be some big Elden Ring. Remember last year with Elden Ring, which I won't say what my opinion on that is because I'll just get hated right away, and I don't want to be hated right away. For Nintendo-wise, and what I care about-wise, I don't know. I mean, I think we'll see the Sonic game. Not that I'm really too excited for that, Frontiers or whatever. I think we'll see some gameplay. Very short. We'll probably see the trailer for the movie, but it probably will drop. Here's my theory. It'll probably drop earlier that day and then shown again at the awards, and it's gonna be like, well, it's gonna be. And the movie's gonna look okay. I mean, the first one was fine. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like mind blowing. So it'll be fun. It'll be a fine movie. What else? Yeah, like Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. I'm gonna say no. I don't think we're going to see much of Nintendo this year. I have one wild prediction, but I'll leave that for a second. But another thing I think we'll see, and if we don't see this, I'm going to be so disappointed. And there's been some teases, and whatever. So, Chrono Cross. It's top 5 RPG for me. I know a lot of people say it doesn't hold a candle to Chrono Trigger, but I didn't play that growing up. I played this growing up, and this was my first, like, really, like, serious JRPG. I got it. I don't think it was new, but it was at least, like, wasn't much more than a year. And I got the guidebook. I used to play in my basement with this big old TV my dad got from, like, a bar that, like, had the lights project into the front, so you couldn't even see unless it was pitch black. So I have a lot of fond memories, so that's why that game is important to me. And they've been hinting at like a remake or a remaster, and there's actually been some like trailers of like, Cross Eden, some of these mobile games. There's been 2 of them that have had trailers with Chrono Cross, and it's like, why? Why all of a sudden? And if that's what the rumors have been, is these, I'll be so disappointed. And I don't even expect much. I don't need a Final Fantasy VII remake style game like of that big of nature. Like, just send me, like, just release it HD, like, high resolution version of the PS1 game, so I can download it on the Switch. That's all I ask. If it's anything more than that, I'll be even happier. But so I expect to see it, and if we don't, I'm gonna like probably cry tomorrow. Probably cry myself to sleep, and the show will be a waste. Unless there's something else that's shown, like, I don't know. New band. I don't even know. No, what could save it? I don't know. Other than that, I don't think we'll see much. But here's my big prediction. And so I'm recording this 11:25 Eastern Time the night before. Is Reggie will come out because he said he was coming out. He's supposed to be coming out and doing something. So I think he's going to be showing the first teaser for the Mario movie. And we're going to hear the Chris Pratt voice that everyone's freaking out about. Yeah, I mean, in my mind, do I think that's what we're going to see? No. But, I just have this gut feeling that it's going to happen. But we'll see. That I don't know if that'd make up for Chrono Cross, but it would heal the wound pretty good. So, yeah. So that's what's big in the news. I mean, for games, that's the big thing this week. So there'll be a lot to talk about. Other reveals. So, but with those shows, they show a lot of cutscenes and stuff that, I used to get excited for, but, now I guess I'm crotchety and old that, unless it's gameplay and stuff, it doesn't mean much to me anymore. I want the substance. What else? We got, like I said, I've been playing through Deathloop, Shin Megami Tensei, Monster Rancher. Let's get a little story time, guys. So, I remember wanting Monster Rancher 2, and I got it for Christmas, God knows when, 99, 2000, whatever, 2001, whatever it is. Never got too far into that game, because that game is heartbreaking. I don't know how hard it is, but that was in this era of, like, unforgiveness with these, like, pet games. I remember the first Digimon World is kind of the same kind of thing of, like, these buddies that you like and train, like, they don't even last long, and they die. Like, die. Not retire, and they can't fight no more. Like, they're gone. You wake up, and it's the girl's like, Mochi didn't make it through the night. It's like, I play games to escape. I don't want to be feeling that. So, I have some, like, but the game is awesome. Like, I remember hours going through my, like, dad's, like, awful CD collection and just trying to see what monsters I could summon. Because in that game, you would, go to the shrine, take the game out, put a random CD or a different game, and you get a random monster. And, like, how cool is that? It's just, it's not the same. I don't know how they do it in these remakes or these DX versions. I remember on the Game Boy Advance, you, like, type in a word, and, like, the further you get, you can have more letters, and it's like, that's not the same of, like, actually physically putting in a disc to seeing what you get. Like, oh, that is a time that we won't see again, which is a shame, but that was cool. But the Game Boy Advance one, I remember got a lot further, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm, like, in a right place, like, emotionally stable enough to play that game, because it's sad. I don't want to be losing these guys, but I want to play that game, and I want to like, beat it, or at least, like, see more of the game. I really didn't get that far, but I would just get these monsters. That's what I would do. So, we'll see. It comes out tomorrow. I don't know how expensive it is, but I'm also playing these two big games, so, man, it's like these problems I have, like, I have too many video games, like, got such a hard life. Anyways, yeah, like I said, this is just like a trial version of what I'm talking about. Yeah, another topic. Let's see. What's up on the docket? Let's talk a little One Piece. So here on the channel, I have been watching the anime. I'm not caught up on the subbed. I'm a dubbed guy. I know, like, that's blasphemous, but I think that's just stuckity up people. I mean, whatever. It is. Like, if you're like, oh, I'm subbed over dubbed, unless you speak Japanese and understand it, like, I don't, like, that opinion's bogus, because you're too busy reading that, like, you don't even know if these voice actors are good. You have no idea, because you don't know what, like, when some try to, like, Goku is a old woman, like, and he's supposed to be this, like, like, I know in the cult, like, okay, I could be wrong, I don't know all the details, but, like, I'm pretty sure, like, once an actor plays a character, like, that's always them, so they don't replace it. So, like, once, like, Dragon Ball Super came out, like, it's the same woman that played Goku, and, in the late 80s and the early 90s when the show was out, when Dragon Ball Z, like, she has, like, an older woman voice now, which, whatever, no judgment, but, like, that doesn't fit the character anymore, so dubbed is fine. So, One Piece, I watched the dub. I don't know when the next set of episodes are coming out. I know they just finished Dressrosa, so I'm excited to see what's after that. But I have been reading the manga. I've taken breaks before, but I read it every week now that it comes out. So, I'm not going to talk spoilers today, but I will be talking about manga and where they are in the manga. So, I'll definitely give spoiler warnings and stuff like that. But, so expect that, because I will talk some One Piece, because I got some theories. I got some, ideas about it. But I want to make it an actual section. I don't want to just throw it out here. So we'll save that for next time or another time. So yeah. Let me just drop some more tidbits about me. I got a dog, Gypsy. She's a dachshund. Super separation anxiety. She's the love of my life. Oh my gosh, she's my best friend. Yeah, live in North Carolina. Moved here from Maine. The weather's great. Sometimes a bit too southern. Too conservative sometimes, but at least I'm in this Raleigh Research Triangle, whatever area, in Raleigh, Durham, so it's a little like this liberal bubble, so at least I got that. So, what else? Oh, the biggest thing that I am probably most of an expert in is Magic the Gathering. I've been playing that off and on since I was 8, so, I play every Commander almost every week with my friends, and I keep up with not so much the, what's going on in the competitive world. I used to be like that, but I know the cards, and I got a sweet collection, and got some cool EDX, so I love to bring up some topics about that. It's the best, physical game, you can play. I mean, how you can get annoyed, how fun it is, how it brings people together, how going to do drafts and pre-release at stores, all my friends here that I've kept friends, is because we have that connection. Either meeting there or somehow it came up in a conversation and we became friends. Now I have good friends that I bonded up over that game. So as a final topic, let's just talk about that. So I have my philosophy with anything that reviews and stuff, what's the best game of all time and stuff like that. It's games, even TVs and movies and stuff like that, it's it's the experience, and it really depends. To me, it depends on where you are in your life and who you experience this with. There's no wrong answer. There's no right answer. One of my favorite games is Mario Party 4. Objectively or subjectively, whatever. I always mix those up, but it's not. It's not the best. It's not even the best Mario Party. But why do I love that so much? It's because of the memories I have playing with my brother and my best friend, and just that time period in my life of playing it. So that's why it's one of the best. And it's the correct answer, because in my life and how I perceive things, that's why. So, when we see these lists, don't take it to heart. Yeah, reviews have a purpose, especially when you're looking to play something new or buy something, you want to understand what you're getting into, because you're spending your money. But with that Chrono Cross, people were saying Final Fantasy VII, in my world, in my eyes, Final Fantasy VII will never ever ever compare to Chrono Cross, just because of the importance of where I was and how what I experienced with that game, and that's what a lot of things. That's how I go by things. I still have my opinions on stuff, but if you disagree, that's great. Tell me your story. Why do you love this random game, this random movie? Did you watch it with your mom? Did you, why? Very rarely you're oh, this is my favorite thing because, I just played it. I just watched it now. You have to have some emotional connection to it. So, I would love to hear if anyone does check this out. What's your favorite something? I don't even care what it is and why. The emotional story, why? Not because the graphics are good or because it's the tightest gameplay. No. Why? Because, you laughed your balls off because you were playing Star Wars Assault because you rented it one weekend and you kept unlocking the jetpack and going to the top of the buildings. That doesn't mean anything to probably anyone but me and those couple people I experienced that with. So I would love to hear from that. So I'll probably bring this up again if in case people start watching this again. Not again, but in the first place, because I would love to. I really want to hear those stories. I think that'd be super cool. Anyways, we're just about at the half hour, so if you did check this out, I plan to, do this once a week. Probably Wednesday nights is going to be my best night. I probably want to start around 10, but like I said, unless I start getting some viewers, that might be a little looser just because no one's waiting to check in. But, if I do have a couple people that's interested, I will try to do it more of a set hour and stuff. I will be loading this to YouTube. I'll try to put my links somewhere on Twitch, and then I'll put my Twitch. So if you are checking this on YouTube, I will put my Twitch in here. So I'll try to do this. If you want to come watch it live, just set up the notifications and just put in the comments like, hey, I'm gonna try to watch it next live. Let me know. So, and I'll reply to you and I'll let you know what time I'm getting on, so people can hop on with me and join the conversation. So, I appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. Even just therapeutic-wise, I can actually talk, because I don't get to talk a lot about this stuff. It's all internal. When you do that, it just, sometimes you just have to let it out. Talking to a camera, talking to a mirror, talking to your dog, whatever you, not into it, but to your dog. Anyways, I appreciate all of you. I really do. I'm not, I'll get more comfortable. So maybe I'll say, only 3,000 times next time, but we'll see about that. Anyways, I hope you have a good night. Check this out. Share it if you want. Hit me up with anything, and I'd be more than happy to talk to you. All right. Good night, everyone.